Take out the jams, motherfucker!
There was an energy, you know, there was this energy, this punk rock energy, and you wanted to be involved. You couldn't just be a fan, it wasn't enough. So many people started to pick up guitars and start bands. I wanted to pick up something as well. So I picked up a Super 8 camera and decided, hey, I'm going to try and make a film, you know, I'm going to try and become a filmmaker. And I started to film the bands that I liked. I filmed the Clash, the Pistols, the Banshees, the Slits, the Buzzcocks, Subway Sect. In England, there is a tradition of white working class kids looking to black music for a rebellious fix. But before people like the Clash, you know, people like the Stones and Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, they were listening to black music too. But it was black music from America, black American R&B, black American Tamla Motown. By the mid-70s, people like the Clash and the Pistols had grown up next door to people like myself because there had been a big immigration of people from the Caribbean, particularly from Jamaica. And we brought with us Jamaican music, reggae music. But then punk rock explodes, 76, 77, and there's no place for these bands to play. So a club was opened called the Roxy, and they asked me to DJ, very first DJ in the Roxy Club. And this was so early in the scene that there were no English punk records to play. So I played music that I liked. I played Jamaican dub reggae. And lucky for me, the punks liked it as well. They liked the bass lines. They liked the fact that the music was rebellious. It was anti-establishment. And they didn't mind the weed either.
Right.
Back in the early 70s, there was two shops on the King's Road, Chelsea. One was my shop. It was called Acme Attractions. And there was another shop further down the road called Let It Rock. And later it was called Sex. And this shop was run by Vivian Westwood and Malcolm McLaren. And all the young early punks, they would move between my shop and Vivian and Malcolm's shop. But in my shop, I played reggae. So more people hung out in my shop.
I am an anti-Christ. I am an anarchist. Don't know what I want, but I know how to get it.
In the mid-70s, times were very tough. Massive unemployment. We had strikes. We had recession. In fact, it's like nowadays. But in those days, we decided to do something about it. And this became punk rock.
Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the day I die.
You know, I grew up on music that helped you to be all you can be. It wasn't trying to sell me a poster. It wasn't trying to sell me a product. You know, I grew up listening to people like Bob Marley, John Lennon, Bob Dylan, Joe Strummer. And I think people forget that music still has that potential as a tool for social change. But in America and in England, music is about selling ego and makeup. It's a soundtrack for consumerism. Right. And that kind of upsets me, I have to say.
Go on, you've got another 5 seconds. Say something outrageous.
You dirty bastard.
Go on, again.
You dirty fucker.
What a clever boy.
What a fucking rotter.
Well, that's it for tonight.
When people like myself started and when Bob Gruen started, the world was not so media savvy. Now everybody's aware of their image and how it can affect their sales and things like that. Back in those days, we didn't care about that shit. We were doing our art, we were doing our thing, and what happened after the fact, we didn't care about. But now, and I think it's a big problem in rock and roll, everybody has to be so careful in case they upset this person.
It gets boring.
And it's taken the funk out of rock and roll. Rock and roll has become corporate. And I think, you know, young people need to reclaim, because it used to be the voice of the young. Now it's the voice of the corporations. I believe that every generation needs its own soundtrack. And right now, I don't know what that soundtrack is anymore. In America and England, the young people have become very conservative. They don't want much, you know. Maybe if they have a plasma TV and a mobile phone, they're happy. And I don't know what the answer to this is. I think the answer to this is not to look to America and England anymore for your inspiration. I think the best ideas in the future will come from the amateur and the naive. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Totally.
Good.
All you need is one guy or girl to stand up and say, fuck this. And everyone goes, voice of a generation, thank you. I've been thinking that. I never had the guts to stand up and say it.
You only need 5%, you know, or less to like embrace ideas and change it. You know, change the way people think all over again.
It becomes a lineage. These people find each other and this timeline grows.